Image. A patient receives care at El Nuevo San Juan Health Center. Half of Americans say they will blame President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans if healthcare costs increase under Obamacare, and if more end up losing coverage, according to results from the latest NBC News Wall Street Journal poll. While 37% say they would put the blame on former President Obama and Democrats, the survey also finds more Americans opposing Trump's tax plan than supporting it, suggesting that the White House and Republicans have work to do in selling it to the public. And a plurality of respondents in the poll want congressional Democrats taking the lead in setting policy for the country, not Trump or congressional Republicans. With open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, beginning on November 1st, Trump has argued that Democrats will own higher premiums associated with healthcare law. As usual, the Obamacare premiums will be up. The Dems own it, but we will repeal and replace and have great healthcare soon after tax cuts. He tweeted on Sunday. Democrats contend, on the other hand, that the Trump administration's actions on Obamacare, including slashing its advertising budget and ending key subsidies for the program, mean that Trump and congressional Republicans will be on the hook if premiums increase. Asked who would be more responsible for rising costs and Americans losing coverage, 50% of respondents point the finger at Trump and congressional Republicans. By party, 72% of Democratic respondents in the poll blame Trump and GOP, while 65% of Republican respondents say they'd blame Obama and the Democrats. Yet independents, by a 49% to 29% margin, would blame Republicans over Democrats. On Barack Obama's 2010 healthcare law itself, 43% of Americans believe it is a good idea, versus 39% who think it's a bad idea. It's the fourth straight NBC WSJ poll in 2017 where more respondents have called it a good idea than a bad idea. Trump's tax plan starts underwater with the public as for Trump's tax plan, with congressional Republicans set to release legislation on Wednesday. 25% of Americans say it's a good idea, compared with 35% who say it's a bad idea. Another 39% say they don't have an opinion. Trump and Republicans have a long way to go to convince people of the merits of the plan, said Republican pollster Bill McKinnon of Public Opinion Strategies, who conducted the survey with the Democratic firm Hart Research Associates. Indeed, 25% of respondents in the poll say they'll pay more in taxes under the plan. 14% say they'll pay less, and 21% say they'll pay about the same. 40% say they don't know enough about the plan. In addition, only 19% think the plan will improve the economy a great deal, or quite a bit, compared with a combined 66% who answer just some, or not at all. And 32% the plan will increase the federal deficit by a great deal, or quite a bit, while 49% who say just some, or not at all. Plurality want congressional Democrats taking the lead on setting policy. The NBC WSJ poll also finds that a plurality of Americans, 45%, want congressional Democrats to take the lead role in setting policy for the country, versus 22% who want Trump taking the lead and another 21% who pick congressional Republicans. Other findings in the poll. Sen. John McCain, RORES, is the most popular political figure in the poll, with 43% viewing him positively and 28% negatively. +15. But Republican respondents in the poll have a net negative view of McCain, 35% positive, 44% negative. -9. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is barely above water, with GOP respondents 23% positive, 21% negative. +2. That's an improvement from September, when McConnell's numbers among Republicans stood at 17% positive, 25% negative. -8. Former Trump chief strategist Steve Bannon is the most unpopular figure in the poll. 8% view him positively, 42% negatively, -34. Among Republicans, Bannon is barely above water, 17% positive, 15% negative, +2. On the issue of gun control after the tragic Las Vegas shooting, 47% say they're more concerned the government won't do enough to regulate firearms, while 45% say they're more worried the government will go too far. And on the subject of the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, 30% say the trade agreement has had a more positive impact, 28% say it's had a more negative impact, and 22% say it hasn't made much of an impact at all. The NBC WSJ poll was conducted October 23 to 26 of 900 adults, including nearly half of whom were reached by cell phone, and it has an overall margin of error of ±3 percentage points.